Hello folks, this is Mike from TrueGents TV coming back to you. I told you guys that I was going to be doing a wet shave with a DE razor, otherwise known as a double edge razor. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I've already got my bowl and my badger brush soaking in some water, just so you can see. I fill the bowl with hot water, put the badger brush inside for a couple minutes. And as you can see, this thing holds a lot of water. So you're going to have to dump out some of it before you get started. So the bowl's nice and warm. So what I'm going to do now, because my hands are still dry, this is when I usually put the blade into the razor. And like I said, this is a Merkur 180. It's not the butterfly holster, it's the 3-piece. So you take it apart and it comes out in 3 different pieces. Let me just grab my blade here. Now I'm using feather blades, the yellow package feather blade. So you want to place the razor on top this way, and like I stated in my previous video, when you grab I guess the locking mechanism for it, it's going to have ridges on one side. I don't know if you can see it. There's no screen on this for me to look at, but there are ridges on one side. So you want to face that down, place that over the top, and what you want to do then is grab your third shaft piece, squeeze it on, give it a little tug, not too tight, and it's ready to go. Make sure the blade is even on both sides, which this one is. Place that down for a minute. I just got out of the shower. Best time to shave is when you first get out of the shower. Your skin is still exfoliated, your whiskers are still nice and soft. It's very important to keep your face soft and clean of any kind of dirt or debris. So I actually use a face scrub prior to shaving. Every time I do shave, I typically use a shave scrub to get all the nasty dead skin and all that out of the way. Okay, so let me fill up my sink with some hot water here. Now, some folks might just turn on the faucet and rinse their razor out underneath the running water. I like to fill my sink with water. Whatever pleases you, do whatever you feel is more comfortable. And that should be good. Alright. So, like I said, I got the bowl here with the hot water. I'm going to let this take out most of the water until there's just a few drips left inside. Place it on the side, dump out the bowl, and what you should have, I'm actually going to add a little bit of water to the bottom of the bowl, but you don't need much to start with. It's better to start with less water and add as you go. If you put too much water up front, your lather's not going to be very, very thick or cushiony. It's going to be more liquidy and sudsy. So like I stated before, I like doing a half and half mix of soap and shaving cream. Also, I'm going to show you a cocktail right now because that's how I do it every time. So you take your pre-shave oil. Like I said, this is Taconic pre-shave oil, unscented. Although it does have somewhat of a scent, it's not terrible. I actually like it. So typically I put 3 to 4 squirts in my hand when I apply directly to my face. So I do the same thing into the bowl. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 4. Just because it's not terribly long today, so I'm not going to go crazy with it. If I seem a little nervous, I mean, I just got this channel started and I want to make sure that I cover everything. So take the badger brush, whisk it around inside the soap until the tips are covered. That should be okay. Then what I do, like I said, is I use Taylor of Old Bond, sandalwood. Great shaving cream, smells very nice. And also the soap I'm using is Colonel Conk's Amber with the is it avocado oil. Very nice soap. So what you want to do here, take the same brush, work it into your cream. Doesn't take too long. Get some of the cream out, and it should be pretty well loaded by this point. So let me just put this rest away before I get started. Okay. So now you want to use your bowl with your loaded brush. Place it inside. You don't have to press awfully hard. Just whisk back and forth. Like I said, I like to hold it at an angle once the lather starts to build. And it's already filling up my bowl here. Very warm lather because I had it sitting in some hot water while I was in the bath. And very quickly you will notice a very thick and creamy shaving lather here. So inside this bowl you definitely have enough for 3-4 passes easily. So I think this is all set to go. I'm going to place this down for a moment. Then what I want to do is rinse my fingers off. And like I said, always make sure that your face is nice and wet. So what I'm going to do now is wash my face with some hot water. Make sure everything is nice and wet. Grab a towel, dry your hands. Very important that your hands are not wet. Makes it a little bit more difficult to guide the razor along your face. So make sure your hands are nice and dry. And this is where you start to apply your lather. I am still relatively new to DE shaving. I attended an event at the Art of Shaving store at my local mall, and I got a straight razor shave done, and enjoyed it so much that I just completely abandoned my cartridge razors. So right if my shirt gets a little dirty here. Okay, that seems pretty good. So I'm just going to paint it on, make sure all the clumps are gone. Now my face, the way the facial hair grows is kind of sporadic. It goes in all directions. So especially on my neck. So I like to clear off a little bit, see where my sideburns are. Okay. Get the razor warm inside the warm water. What you want to do is very easily just begin stretch the skin a little bit. And if you noticed, I had pretty decent growth coming in. A few days of growth. Now with these razors you got to be very careful. They're surgical sharp. If you're not too careful, you could do some serious damage to yourself, and you don't want to do that. So this shave is very nice. The Merkur 180, first one I ever bought, and very, very nice razor. Very forgiving, not too aggressive, and I enjoy it a lot. If you're new to DE shaving, I would seriously suggest making the switch. It's a lot more comfortable of a shave, and it doesn't leave you as irritated or with as many ingrown hairs. And on top of that, it's extremely fun. As you can see, I nicked myself a little there. Like I said, I'm still relatively new, and I had done plenty of damage with the past razors I had used, considering they were cartridge. Never doing that again. I have very sensitive skin, so first pass is complete. What you want to do at this point, run your water a little warm, wash off, but don't take off everything, leave the moisture locked in. And if you notice, I didn't do the mustache area. That's because the hair grows at an angle there that's very easy to clean up. So I don't typically do that. I leave the cream on to soften up the bristles. And then I hit it on the second pass. Every time I shave, I do a 3-pass shave, unless I'm going out for a special occasion, or if I have a date, or, well, I mean, I'm married, so I guess the date with your wife isn't as important as a date with a total stranger. Don't tell her I said that. And paint it on. So now I will hit the mustache area, paint it on. Once most of the hair is gone, it's going to be a little harder to really cake on the shaving cream, just because, I mean, there's barely any hair there left. So because my hair on my face grows a little awkwardly, all of it grows in this direction on top. So actually, it grows in this direction just about everywhere. So it goes from left to right. So what you want to do with the grain, oh, got a little badger here. What you want to do is again, across the grain, you want to go from left to right. So for me anyway, so you got to find out what works for you. But whatever you do, don't go against the grain yet, unless you're a seasoned veteran. Go right ahead. But against the grain is going to cause a little more irritation, a little more discomfort, but it's going to get you baby smooth skin. Like I said, I only really do that if I have a special occasion, or I'm going out on a date of some sort. I always tend to be careful around my chin area just because the detail of my face there is just a little bit awkward. Very good. So for the angle of your razor, typically anything 30 to 40 degrees, and obviously you're not going to put a protractor on your face or something to make sure that you're hitting that that degree angle perfectly. Okay, so on my neck, like I said, the hair grows awkward, so I always go up on my second pass on the neck. You can really hear these blades doing some work here, which is excellent. Soon I will be purchasing myself a straight edge, and I will be performing a shave with such a razor. But for now, I'm happy with this one. So on the mustache area, go down first. And with these types of razors, you really don't need any pressure at all. The weight of the razor does all the work for you. Again, wash your face just a little bit. And like I said, plenty of shaving cream left. So as you can see, I could probably get away with this. This is a professional looking shave. You can get away with a shave like this for your work. If you work in a business setting and they're real keen on what you look like. So with this one, I typically go across the grain in the other direction, but it's very hard with my face. I don't know if it's because I'm European, but my hair grows like it's all over the place. There's no certain direction it flows. So with this one, my hair grows kind of like this, and then up, and then this way. So I've been doing it for a couple days. Like I said, I'm relatively new to this. I just go from right to left the same way I did from left to right. So seems to work fine for me. So let's give it a go. Right now, the shave on my face is actually very, very nice. As you can see, there's not very much cutting, nicks or anything, which is good. Again, I'm using very sharp blades, feather blades. So these are known for doing some serious work. Perfect. some people prefer to shave with their left hand. I'll save that for when I have to start straight razor shaving with a straight edge. And I do plan on doing that soon. So I believe I always end up doing some touching up because it's very difficult to get a good close shave when your hair grows like mine. So again, try to use an up and down motion like this instead of this. That's not going to work. It's not going to do anything for you. So lay it, use your arm to bring it up, and like I said, just let that blade cut. And I'm telling you, this blade really does some work. I don't know if you can tell, but I have nicked myself a few times. It's not too bad. I don't know if you can hear this, but the hair grows in this direction, which is very difficult to shave, so I typically go at an angle upwards. Seems to do the job just fine. So what you want to do now, forgot to do the mustache area, sorry about that. Put your finger, apply some shaving cream. That's very good. That's a close. Very close. This is a problem. But anyways, I'm just going to do some touching up. And the best way to do this, I think, get your hand a little wet, and it helps you clean out the brush as well. If you're going to do some touch-ups, just take your brush, squeeze, take all that shaving cream off. It makes it very easy to clean the brush afterwards. And just take that and apply that to problem spots right there. Again, all down here is going to be an issue. This is typically where I cut myself. If somebody with a little more experience can tell me why it is that I keep cutting myself. I don't use very much pressure at all. I tend not to, but for some reason I can't seem to stop nicking myself there. And I've been doing this for, like I said, I think this is my 5th shave, so you guys are getting my 5 shave experience. So now I'm just going to hit the trouble spots. I'm just going to go up on the sideburns. Add a little more here. And here. Alright, that is a smooth shave. Alright, so now that I'm done, get some hot water. Wash my face. So, wipe down, clean off any dead skin you might have here. What I like to do afterwards is I actually put on a post-shave balm first, and like I said in my previous video, I just use Dove Plus, Dove Men Care Plus Sensitive. Put a little bit, about this much, work it into your hands, then into your beard. Yeah, very close, very nice. Okay, then I'll typically take this, just pat, turn on the cold water, close off the pores, make sure that no bacteria gets in your skin. Good. Wash that off, flip this over. If you nick yourself, you know there's obviously going to be some blood on the towel. Try to stay clear of the nick residue, as I like to call it. The blood just seems a little graphic. And then kind of air it off a little bit. And then, because I have somewhere to go tonight, my my special friend here, the Brute original formulation. Put a little bit, not much. You don't want to put too much alcohol. Yeah.